Hi guys, I'm going to do a look today that's going to be quite vampy and sort of a bit gothic, yeah that's the word. I went shopping the other day and saw in Topshop and some other shops it's quite punky at the moment, a lot of like velvet and sort of party dresses for your Christmas party or end of year party you might be having. And I think this look would go with quite a lot of what's sort of in style at the moment, I'd say. So I'm going to go ahead, I've already prepped my sort of skin and brows. I've put, which I'm sort of using a lot of at the moment, my MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in NC50, sort of gives you quite a nice cover, a bit of a tanned look for me at the moment. And I've also done my brows. I've used my Urban Decay Naked palette for this, and I've used the colour Naked just to fill in my brows, and then I went across the top of them with the brow set by MAC, which is in Beguile, which is like a browny tan colour. So I'm going to move on to my eyes, get straight into it. I'm going to just put a bit of Urban Decay Primer Potion on top of my eyelids, just so that, because it's going to be quite a lot of shadow on here today, I want them to sort of, on a night out, you want it to stay, you don't want to have fall down and sort of it all under your eyes by the end of the night. So this helps to hold it in place. So I'm just going to touch a little bit of this on my eyes. You don't need to use that much, you just dab it in just so it sort of like gives a base for the eyeshadow to stick to. Great. So the colours I'm going for, this is a Topshop makeup colour. Saw this the other day when I was out and about shopping. This is in Smoulder, the colour, because I think there's two different ones they do. Right, so this is the palette. You've got a black colour, a sort of purpley toned brown almost, a grey, and then like a cream base. So I'm going to start with the grey one as my base. I'm going to use this in my shadow and then the black just to do a sort of line to sort of line my eyes. So I'm going to get started and I'm going to use the grey one first. I'm using a Bobbi Brown eyeshadow brush as well for that. I'm just going to get this on. Quite a nice colour, I think, for sort of an evening look you're going for. I'm going to use the purpley brown toned one as my next colour, and I'm going to use a blending brush, one of Sigma's tapered blending brush, this is. So I'm going to just put that into the crease of my eye. I'm going to put it in the crease and bring it to the corner of my eye, blending it in. Sort of bringing it down. Okay, so I've done the other eye now, and to just show you and to recap how I did it, I used the grey as sort of the base, and I've put that on with my Bobbi Brown eyeshadow brush, and then I've used the darker colour on the winged part of your eye, so this colour here, on the wing part of my eye, and I used a tapered Sigma brush for this, so I sort of applied it using that, and sort of just giving your eye the flick, so almost giving it a little V to the edge of your eye. And then I blended it with another Sigma tapered blending brush, just so that it gives the idea of almost like a smoky-esque sort of eye. So I've done that, and now I'm going to use the purple one, so the one I used in the corner of my eye, just bring it down under my eye, so really make it sort of a smouldering, sort of smoky effect look. So using the brush I'm using for this one is a short shader, another Sigma one. I'm just going to apply this here, just under my eyes. Right, so I've just blended the purplier toned one under my eye also, and then I'm going to move on to doing a sort of flick using powder, using the darkest colour out of the smouldering eyeshadow set. So I'm going to just use an angled brush, my Clinique, I think, Eco tool brush, and it doesn't have to be like a liquid line. You're not going for that sort of flick. You're going for the flick, but you're not having it looking perfect. You want it to be blended and looking sort of quite smoky. So I'm just going to add a little bit more.
Try and build it up as you go. Sort of a black line.
I'm going to move on to applying some mascara. I'm going to use my Volume Flash Max mascara. This is by Rimmel. It's got quite a good brush on it, and I think I like the effect my lashes are left with after using this. So I'm going to apply one coat of this. So I'm going to move on to my lashes. I've given it a coat of mascara, and I'm going to move on to putting some fake lashes on. I'm using Eylure, these Eylure lashes, and the name is called Evening Wear, and I'm going to be going in with my glue I used in my previous video, the same glue, which is the Duo Adhesive you get in MAC. So I'm just going to line the lid of the eyelashes. I know you can get this glue I think in black as well, but I think because the glue dries clear, either's pretty good I think. And I'm going to use some tweezers just to help me. And look down again. And place the eyelashes in place, and then just hold the corners. These give a sort of different look, I think, because I've used other eyelashes before in my other video with it sort of flicked at the side. Because I've sort of gone for a different look, this is more lash in the middle of your eye. That gives a different effect. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my lips. I'm using a combination of two lipsticks. The first one is Rebel by MAC, which is this one. I've swatched them on my hand. The top one, it's sort of a purpley winey colour. And then the second one is Mulberry by Sleek Makeup. I think they're both, yeah, they both give like a sheen finish, and Mulberry is the colour underneath. So I think together that will give quite a nice sort of purple look, which I was intending to go for. So I'm just going to blend these two together. I'm going to use my lip brush again, my Sigma lip brush, and just apply them onto the lip. The Mulberry one is obviously a lot darker than the MAC Rebel colour, so I think for this look I'm going to go more for the Mulberry, but leave the tones, let the tones of the colour Rebel come through as well. I like using the Sleek lipstick colours because they're quite cheap, they're sort of high street prices, but I do think they've got quite a good range of colours. And also they have sort of, it's quite good quality and it lasts for me. So I've done my lips and I'm going to move on to a bit of concealer. I'm going to use MAC Select Moisture Cover in NC45. I like this because it's quite light and I've been using this quite a lot recently. I'm going to blend this in with the concealer brush, my Sigma concealer brush. So a little bit of my eyelash, I'm just going to take that off. Just to sort of neaten up, because I am going for a smoky effect, but I don't want to look too like I've had this makeup on for weeks. Just blend sort of it away, just to still give the illusion that you are alive. So, did that one. And now we're going to do a bit of blush. And I've got a Sleek blush in Blushed 935. And it's sort of the same tone, winey tones and purples. So I'm going to use some of this, but then also to show you, I'm going to combine these lipsticks together and just put that over my cheek. So I'm going to use the Flush on one side. I don't want to have a heavy blush because this look in itself is quite dramatic, so it is just to warm up your face a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how you could just blend these two colours, because this is obviously from the same family as your lip, which you want to tie in your cheeks with. And just dab some of this over and blend it in with your ring finger. So that gives the same effect whether you want a powdered look or more of a dewy look. I think I prefer a dewier look, so I'm just going to give this a bit of a sort of dew it up a bit with this. So that sort of brings it in, so you don't want to, because for this look I didn't want to go too gothic and look drained. I still want to have a bit of life in my cheeks. Alright, so I hope that's been helpful for you guys. So if you were going out on a night out, going to sort of a grungy gig or hanging out in Camden with some friends, I hope this is sort of a look that you could wear. It's not your everyday sort of look that I'd be wearing to work or just to pop down to the shops, but it's nice to have a change sometimes. So I hope this has been helpful, and hopefully see you again soon. Take care, bye.